In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to calculate present value, or PV, in Excel. If you need to figure out what a future amount of money is worth today, Excel makes that process quick and accurate with the built-in PV function. In this walkthrough, we'll keep it simple and use a basic example so you can follow along easily and reuse the same method in your own spreadsheet. Start by opening Excel and creating a blank worksheet, or use any workbook you already have open. Once you're in Excel, the first thing you'll want to do is enter some sample data. This helps organize the values that the PV formula will use and makes it much easier to understand what each part of the calculation represents. In your sheet, enter the values you want to use for your present value calculation. In this example, the formula will reference cells B2, B3, and B4, so make sure your sample data is placed there. Typically, this kind of setup includes the future value, the interest rate, and the number of periods. Keeping these inputs in separate cells is a good habit because it lets you change the numbers later without rewriting the formula. Once your sample data is in place, the next step is to enter the PV formula. Click the cell where you want the result to appear. This should be an empty cell where Excel can display the calculated present value. Now, type the following formula exactly as shown: equals PV, open parenthesis, B3, comma, B4, comma, 0, comma, negative B2, and then close parenthesis. Written normally, that is HP B3, B4, 0, B2. Here's what that formula is doing. The first value, B3, is the rate. The second value, B4, is the number of periods. The third value is 0, which means there are no recurring payments being made during the term. The last value, negative B2, represents the future value. The negative sign is important because Excel uses cash flow direction, and entering the future value as negative helps return the result in the expected positive format. After entering the formula, press Enter. Excel will instantly calculate the present value and display the result in the cell you selected. If your answer looks unusual, double check that your rate and period inputs are in the correct cells and that you included the minus sign before B2. Also, if your interest rate is annual, but your periods are monthly, make sure those units match before running the calculation. That's all it takes to calculate present value in Excel using the PV function. If this tutorial helped you, please consider subscribing. We post new software tutorials every day to help you get the most out of your favorite tools. Thanks for watching.